This one's interesting. Jadco has unveiled a $16 million bus for anti-doping testing. It's Alexander Williams received it. It was handed over to his organization yesterday by Minister of Sport Olivia Babsy-Grange. Total cost of the unit, as I said, is $16 million. Cost $10 to purchase the bus, another $6 to retrofit it. With a bathroom, a ramp, and other features. It will allow Jadco to travel around the country comfortably and carry out its functions in a more professional manner. Typically, when we go out and test athletes, whether it is their homes or training sites, you have to find an area in which you go and take their sample. And I know that must be problematic. So, yeah, there's a properly refrigerated unit according to WADA standards for storing of samples and coming back to the office.
Yeah, we went to the CSC games in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And they, at the end of the game, the random test, they called one of the ball of them. And, they had to do the urine test. The match finished 9 o'clock. All 1 o'clock. My man not be it.
And they can't give him like water or anything?
They give him all kind of water. And it just wouldn't. And the whole of it just sit up. I wait for him. Eventually it's up about 1 o'clock. And then we start to go to the hotel. Every 2 minutes he just said, bus driver. Stop him up for go outside.
Oh, once he went, he just kept going. Oh my.
Okay, but some of that is fear. Because it's like, and then they're right there watching you. Some people it just can't work with some people watching you.
No, sir.
This one is hold on. Nearly the wrong one. I gone past what I am supposed to do. Hearts 30 billion spent for training, not value for money. That's the headline, and that comes from the Auditor General.
This is a tough one to swallow.
Of the 232,301 people trained, only 103,452 were certified, reflecting an average certification rate of 45%. This was up to June 10 this year. So Mrs. Monroe Ellis said, given the low certification rate, HART would not have yielded maximum value from training expenditure of $30.5 billion between 2014, 2015, and 2018, 2019, and that was to deliver skills training programs. She said HART indicated that its training expenditure included $3 billion for social intervention programs and initiatives that were not geared towards certification, and acknowledged that failed assessments, dropouts, and absenteeism contributed to the low certification rate relative to enrollment.
Yeah. And I said it was a hard pill to swallow because this is why I feel it's a hard pill to swallow. Because, when the government rolls out a program, so people say, not going for government, not do nothing for it, time hard. And then the government rolls out a certification program that's supposed to empower you to go and find work. Whatever the reason, you're not turn up for class. You just go half of the time, go the other half of the time. And then so much money is spent on trying to give you an opportunity to go work or find a skill, and you don't take the opportunity.
That's a problem.
No, when an audit like this comes out,
that's a problem.
And people make a decision that, the money are waste, and then they cut back on the program, it hurt more than it hurt HART,
Yeah, that's a problem.
It hurt you more than it hurt HART.
That's a problem.
So I really never, when I saw it, was pained because I know the HART teams go out from community to community trying to get people certified and upskilled so that them can earn a living. And then you go in on the program and you fluff around.
Yeah.
You fluff around and then you don't, and then this is what comes of it. Really and truly. Me not cuss HART this morning. Me not cuss HART. You unroll the
that's
program.
That's a problem. Yeah.
People go the program.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Low certification results, listener, no entrepreneurial and employment benefits. Because you're not certified, how you go work. Yeah. And we cuss all the time, not go on. Come on, man.
I agree with you. This one is unfortunate. The former outstanding Jamaica College centre forward who scored almost 100 goals in Manning Cup and doing well at his club. Apparently, they say he used a homophobic slur during his game. The team that he was playing against had an openly gay player, Colin Martin, and they said that, well, I think they said a Jamaican homophobic slur. Yeah, he said a Jamaican homophobic slur towards Martin. Now, the other team, they were leading 3-1, and them get vexed and walk off of the field and give Phoenix the game. They were leading 3-1, and they said close to halftime, they walked off the field and forfeited the game, even though they were leading 3-1. Now, Junior said at no point, and I'm quoting, at no point did I say a homophobic slur towards Colin Martin. I do not know Colin personally, but I respect all of my opponents equally. He said, I'm disappointed by San Diego's actions this evening, as I have been mauled and ridiculed online with no opportunity to defend myself. He ended the tweet by saying he stands in solidarity with the LGBTQ, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and other marginalized sexual orientations movement. The league said it's investigating the incident. And again, for you to be leading 3-1 and walk off the field and give the other team the points, it would mean that you heard something that you didn't want to hear.
So I'll wait on the investigation because three things. As you said, Neville, them walking off means they strongly believe something happened. I'm just curious as to why they said a Jamaican homophobic slur.
I'm thinking I'd probably know what that was.
Yeah, but I'm to believe as well that the person to whom he addressed it knows Jamaican homophobic slurs.
Yeah.
He might. It sounds a little. And then to say he's Jamaican, I think because they know Jamaica has this stereotype about being homophobic, which I don't believe, by the way. So let's see. It's unfortunate all the way around. Game ended prematurely, so for the fans it didn't work. If he did say it, you don't bring that onto the game and play. But if he didn't, it's very unfortunate that they would have maligned him like this.
And that's what I found strange. I'm repeating myself, but if you're leading 3-1 and you decide to say you can't bother no more and give up the game. Because they gave up the game.
Though.
Yeah, they gave up the game. So it's not like them say we're going to play the second half another time. If you walk off the field, you give up the game.
Yeah, and I'm not excusing it if he did it.
Yeah.
But it's weird that you would walk off because someone used a slur.
And you're leading 3-1.
Yeah.
Interesting. Final one, American Airlines will begin furloughing 19,000 workers from today. And furlough, as far as I know, it means that you're going on leave
without. It's a cute way to say.
You're going on leave without pay. So it's almost like you get fired. U.S. carriers that received billions in aid from Congress had promised to refrain from laying off workers until the end of September, setting the stage for potentially thousands of job cuts this month. I quote, our elected officials have not been able to reach agreement on a COVID-19 relief package. As a result, tomorrow, which will be today, we will begin the difficult process of furloughing 19,000 of our hardworking and dedicated colleagues. So said the Chief Executive Officer of American Airlines. Whew!
Man.
I suspect some Jamaicans would be in that. 19,000 people lose their work one time.
A lot.
And as I said, I use the word furlough, and again, it just means you're not going to get paid. It don't necessarily mean you get fired yet. But it just means you are sent on leave and you won't be paid.
Unfortunately, firing comes. Those are usually the first. It's an indication.
It's an indication. Because I suspect that if you send home somebody, you probably feel you can't
operate without them.
I mean, if
Caribbean Airlines did
I'm going to lay off somebody, and it probably means that I can continue my business without that person. So, unfortunately.
Coach, I always start the game with you on the bench.
Yep.
All right, still to come, we are going to do a throwback feature about the origin of the great mental music, and we'll be talking to a few international students about family reunification issues that they're having. But News in 5 is next.
Soon come.